All right, so I am making Norwegian cinnamon rolls, also called Skillingsboller. And our first step is to grab a KitchenAid or a mixer with a dough hook attachment and a bowl. So the first thing you have to do is add 2 3/4 cups of flour. One-4 cup of sugar. In the same bowl, you need 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, one egg, and 1 cup of warmed milk. All right, and then we start the mixer until it is all combined into a dough. For our next step, you can either keep the dough kneading in the mixer for another 10 more minutes, or you can knead the dough by hand on a lightly floured surface, which I'm going to do that now. And that takes about 15. So now that I've kneaded my dough, the next thing to do is slowly and gradually add in 5 tablespoons of kneaded butter, and you knead that into it until it is smooth and elastic. Okay, so our next step after we have just kneaded our dough is to oil a large bowl and let the dough sit and rise for about 1 hour, and cover it with a towel. So once you've let your dough rise for about an hour, you're gonna take it out, and then on a lightly floured surface, you can start to use your rolling pin and roll it out into a 12 by 16 rectangle. All right, so the next step is to melt 6 tablespoons of butter and then spread that evenly over the top of the rectangle, the dough. I would not recommend pouring it. And actually the butter is supposed to be softened, not melted. So I did that wrong. Oops. After you've spread your butter, then we can start on the filling, which is 1/4 cup of sugar. And just sprinkle that all around there. Try and get it pretty even. And then I'm also gonna take 1/4 cup, a little less than a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And sprinkle that on top of it as well. And last, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon. That was a little much. And you can also sprinkle that right on top of it too. All right, so the next step is to roll it into a log, which I've already done. And you roll it the long way, and then after that, you'll cut it into 12 equal parts. All right, so now that I've put them into the pans, you can brush with an egg wash, which is just 1 tablespoon of water and 1 egg. All right, so next you can put the cinnamon rolls in the oven for 20 minutes.